千里之行，始于足下。A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together.
Last time, we were done talking about Dao of Jing 29. The only thing that we did not do was this part, the paraphrase of 29. So now we always do a paraphrase at the end of every chapter, and people have found this to be especially helpful because after all the explanations, a lot of times what people want is to be able to see the original expressed in understandable modern language, but expressed in a way that keeps very close to the original meaning. So this is something that Lao Tzu would have wanted as well, because it is important in the study of the Tao to be able to express the Tao in your own words. So effectively, that is what we're doing. We take the meaning in every chapter and we talk about it, we express it in our own words to demonstrate that, yes, we get it. We understand the meaning, we understand the intent. So for 29, let's take a quick look at what it says. In the beginning section, we have quite a bit about the world being the sacred instrument. And in our discussions, we also talked about, as we're making our way through this world, through your life, the journey that you are on is the sacred journey through the sacred instrument that is the world. So we talked quite a bit about that, and we also talked about how those who attempt to control, that is, meddle with it, interfere with it, attempt to grasp it, those are the people who will fail and lose what they're trying to gain. So there is certainly a way that we can paraphrase this into modern, easily understandable language. And here's what I would offer in that regard. Throughout history, there have been many who attempted to dominate the world in order to control it. All have failed. This is to be expected because the world is a divine instrument, not meant to be controlled by anyone. Those who meddle with it will fail, and those who grasp at it will lose. This also applies to nature itself. Anyone who tries to exploit it or manipulate it will also end up with failure and loss, and probably cause a lot of damage as well. So following this, we have our second section, the middle section there. This section depicts how things are in nature, and by extension, how things are in our world. So Lao Tzu starts out talking about a description of all things as being very diverse, very different, and very unique, each playing a different and unique role, each having different characteristics, strengths and weaknesses. The intent is for us to draw a straight line to map these observations about the natural world into human society, our world, and apply all the observations to the people we see in our lives, in our world, as we make our way through the divine instrument. Therefore, the paraphrase that I would offer for that will be as follows. The world contains myriad living things, all existing in balance with one another. They play different roles and have different characteristics. For instance, the prey runs away while the predator gives chase. Some possess great strength, while others rely on speed or stealth, and so on. Human society is similar in that we also play different roles and have unique abilities. Our goal, like the myriad things, also has to do with coexisting in balance and harmony. So, an environment where the living things are coexisting in balance and harmony, that is a healthy ecology. For us, if we can coexist with other people in balance and harmony, we experience happiness and joy. We are a benefit to other people, and life has meaning. So that is the middle section. And then we proceed to the last section, or the concluding section. The last section talks about the sage, how the sage, in the face of all this, with these observations, these insights, how the sage would behave, how the sage would react to the different things that we come across in daily life. So the paraphrase that I offer for that is rather lengthy, but I think it does capture everything that Lao Tzu wanted to express with the original. So let me go ahead and offer that. Thus, the sages practice moderation as they cultivate the Tao. They eliminate extremes in doing too much, wasting too much, or thinking too much of themselves. Such extremes lead to the desire to dominate and control, which in turn leads to failure and loss. They live harmoniously within the world, the sacred instrument, as they continue down their sacred journey. So, as noted previously, when extremes lead one to think too much of him or herself, that is the arrogance that we discussed previously. And we also spent quite a bit of time talking about the Dao of Humility. And the central idea in the Dao of Humility is that you may have gifts and blessings more so than other people. Well, because none of us was ever in a position to demand these or to earn these prior to us being born, these are true gifts, pure blessings, for which we never earned, but should be grateful for. For all you know, you could be born with far less blessings and gifts than you presently possess. So the fact that you have more should give you pause in gratitude. Hence the Tao of Humility. So lastly, it should be said just one last time that as we engage in the business of living life, we're all traversing on the sacred journey of our own. And the greatest blessing of all, the greatest gift of all, is that we actually get to come together like this, like right now, join forces and travel down the sacred journey, at least for a while, together as travel companions. What a great fortune that is. So I feel privileged. I feel very honored to be here with everybody. And I feel very grateful to be sharing part of your sacred journey with you.
Our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Let us travel safely. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.